Millions of years ago, when the earth was still young and the forests whispered ancient secrets, there was a village hidden deep within the Valley of Shadows. The people of this village lived in constant fear. Every night, when the moon rose high and pale, an echoing howl tore through the still air, a sound that made even the bravest hearts tremble. They called it the giant horror wolf. Its red eyes glowed like burning coals, its breath smelled of blood and death, and its growl shook the ground. The villagers said it was a punishment from the gods, a curse for their forgotten sins. No one dared step out after dark. The fields were left barren, the cattle were taken one by one, and hope slowly began to die in every heart. But among these frightened souls, there was one boy, Aren. He was just 15, with eyes bright as stars and a heart that burned with quiet courage. Aren had lost his parents to the wolf when he was a child. He remembered hiding under a broken cart, watching the shadow of the beast devour his world. Since that night, he had made a silent promise: one day, I will end this fear. The hook. One night, as thunder roared across the dark sky and villagers huddled in their homes, the giant wolf came closer than ever before. Its howl rolled through the valley like a storm. The earth trembled, the children screamed, and every door slammed shut, except one. Aren's door. He stood there, barefoot, his torch burning low, his heart beating fast but steady. If I run now, he whispered to himself, we'll keep running forever. And with that, the boy stepped into the darkness. The villagers peeked from behind their windows, whispering prayers for the foolish boy who dared to challenge the monster. The forest loomed ahead, thick, silent, and alive with unseen eyes. Each step Aren took cracked a dry leaf, echoed against ancient trees, and reminded him how small he was. But fear, though heavy, was not stronger than his purpose. He followed the claw marks carved deep into the earth, the smell of blood guiding his way. Suddenly, a low growl froze him where he stood. The wolf emerged, massive as a mountain, fur black as night, and eyes glowing like two crimson stars. Aren's torch flickered. The beast bared its teeth, its growl shaking the trees. But instead of running, Aren did something no one had ever done. He spoke. I know your pain, he said, his voice trembling but strong. You're not just a beast, are you? The wolf paused, its growl fading for a heartbeat. Aren took a step closer. My father used to say, every monster was once something good, before the world broke it. For a moment, silence filled the forest. Then the wolf roared so loud that the trees bent. It lunged, claws slicing through the air. Aren dove aside, his torch flying into the grass. The forest lit up briefly, and he saw something in the wolf's eyes, not just rage, but sorrow. The battle began, a boy against a legend. Aren used his speed, his mind, his courage. He led the wolf toward the old canyon, where sharp rocks lined the edge. He remembered the stories his mother told him, that the canyon was where the gods sealed dark spirits long ago. As the wolf chased him, Aren stumbled upon an ancient stone tablet buried beneath the roots. Strange markings glowed faintly as his blood dripped on it. The ground began to tremble again, not from the wolf, but from something deeper. The beast stopped. It seemed to recognize the place. It howled, not in rage this time, but in agony. Through the noise, Aren heard whispers, not from the forest, but from within the stones. Free me, a deep voice said. End the curse. Aren realized the truth, the wolf was not evil by choice. It was once the guardian of the valley, cursed by the greed of men who had destroyed its pack to claim the forest. It had been turned into a creature of vengeance, trapped between life and death. Tears filled Aren's eyes. He had spent his life hating the beast, but now he saw it for what it was, a prisoner. I'll free you, he said softly. He pressed his palm against the glowing stone, whispering the old words he'd heard from the village elder, words of peace and release. The wolf roared again, shaking the valley, as light exploded from the ground. The villagers, watching from afar, saw the sky turn gold. The wolf's howls faded into the wind. When the light dimmed, Aren was on his knees, the forest quiet, the beast gone. In its place lay a small silver pendant shaped like a wolf's fang. He picked it up, his hands trembling. When Aren returned to the village, everyone gathered around him. They expected a story of blood, of victory through violence. But Aren said quietly, it wasn't a monster we were fighting. It was our own fear. From that day on, the valley changed. The people worked together again, the crops grew, and laughter returned. They built a shrine in the forest where the wolf had vanished, not to worship fear, but to remember courage and compassion. Aren became a legend, not because he killed the beast, but because he understood it. His story was passed down for generations, of a boy who faced horror not with hate, but with heart. And every night, when the moon rose high over the valley, the villagers swore they could hear a soft howl in the wind, not of terror, but of peace. A reminder that even the darkest curse can be broken by light, if someone dares to stand brave enough. Message. True courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the strength to face it with compassion. Even monsters can be freed when someone chooses understanding over hate.